Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, so today we're diving into the story of Nicole McIlwain. She's a serial entrepreneur, and her whole career seems built on turning her own challenges into solutions for others.
Exactly. And what's really striking, I think, is how her personal experience isn't just, context. It's the actual core engine driving her businesses. It's a fantastic example of problem-led entrepreneurship.
Right. So our mission today is to really unpack how this approach led her to build some pretty groundbreaking stuff like an AI ed tech company and a national supplier platform, and maybe discover what that connection between personal struggles and wider impact could mean for you. So let's start there. Her brand identity is really tied to her personal struggles, specifically as a diverse supplier. What does that actually mean, practically, when you're trying to land those big corporate contracts, even when you've had, major success before?
Yeah, that's a really important point. It often means hitting these systemic barriers. Diverse-owned businesses, maybe women-owned, minority-owned, they just frequently run into these invisible walls trying to get into major corporate supply chains.
Okay.
For Dawn, even after making history with her tech company, she found herself stuck outside, couldn't get those contracts.
Yeah.
And that struggle, well, it became her rallying cry.
Right.
She has this quote, "If it was a problem for me, it was likely a problem for so many other women." That's not just a marketing line. It feels like the real validation for her entire mission.
So before tackling that specific problem, she co-founded Skilldora back in 2022. This is pretty wild. It apparently made global history. First accredited e-learning platform using all AI digital human instructors.
Yes, that's right, including one modeled after herself.
Wow.
And it wasn't just a gimmick. These AI instructors, they allowed for really personalized learning, scaling up content super fast. It broke down some of those old barriers in accredited education.
Okay, so Skilldora worked. It was a success.
A verifiable success, yeah. And that's key. It was her proof of concept. Showed she could innovate. But here's the twist, the thing that really led to ProcuraFind. Despite Skilldora's success, her calls to corporate buyers, just silence. Emails went unopened. That complete lack of response, that's what really highlighted the access problem she set out to solve next.
So even with proven innovation.
Exactly. It wasn't enough to open those traditional corporate doors. That frustration directly fueled ProcuraFind.
Which started as Queen City Women in Business in early 2023, right? It took off, went national, then rebranded. How did she manage to turn a local group into this big national sourcing platform?
Well, it became much more than just a directory. ProcuraFind evolved into this whole ecosystem. It helps suppliers and the corporate buyers.
How so?
It has things like the CARES framework that helps small businesses get contract ready faster, guides them through all that corporate procurement complexity. Then there's Quinn, an AI assistant.
Ah, more AI.
Yeah, apparently it handles the workload of 12 reps, just automating answers. And Blue Check, verified vetting that helps build trust and reduces risk for the corporations, basically streamlining their compliance checks.
So it really professionalized the whole process.
Totally. A full stack solution, really.
And beyond these companies, she's also an author, a speaker. She even did a TEDx talk about the ugly truth of entrepreneurial stress, fight or flight, it was called.
Right, and that connects directly. It's not separate. Her influence goes into community economic development, too. She's on boards like the Carolina Growth Foundation.
Okay.
She's using her own experiences there to push for more equitable access for diverse businesses. Getting that Candace Award recently, the projected honorary doctorate, it all points to her becoming this philanthropic thought leader focused on the whole entrepreneur, their well-being included. She really lives it.
So when you boil it all down, Nicole McIlwain's story is, it's a pretty powerful reminder, isn't it? That sometimes the biggest breakthroughs come from fixing something that deeply frustrated you and then figuring out how to scale that fix for everyone else.
It absolutely is. Which kind of leaves you thinking, doesn't it? Where in your own life, your own experience, do you see one of those systemic problems, something that if you could solve it for yourself, might actually create a huge impact for a whole community?
Definitely something to think about as you go about your day. Thanks for diving deep with us.